Hey guys, Ryan here with Southern Reptiles. Happy Labor Day. We had a nice day today, just got home and we're just doing some rounds, checking up on some tortoises. And this is actually my wife's tortoise here we got.
Hey guys.
And I'll let her kind of just explain briefly what's going on.
So this is Nubs. As you can see, she's a little bit special. I think she's a she, but we're still not 100% sure. As you guys know, you cannot sex them when they're this young. So I'm just putting it out there in the universe so we can maybe get some babies one day. But the story is that she was given to us by somebody who just couldn't take care of her the way that she deserves. And of course, as soon as I saw those little itty bitty legs, Nubs, I fell in love. And then she also has a scar here on the back of her shell, and she was actually attacked by a rat when she was little, but she's still a beautiful and healthy, eating, thriving tortoise. You know, she's eating everything that Ryan is always posting about, all the Missouri and the romaine, and she's very active, doing very well with our other tortoises that we have here. So when I'm here and available, not working or taking care of the baby, I'm always checking on her because she has a little fungus on her shell. That happens sometimes. It is a rainy time here in Florida. It basically rains every day like today. So I check on her occasionally, and there's something that we can do to try to help keep it from getting worse and actually heal it up altogether. And so that's just what I'm doing today. And Ryan thought that it would be good for me to go online and show everybody. So here I am.
Yeah, basically just to save people some money. Sometimes people see something like this going on and they automatically assume it's an emergency. And in reality, it's actually very common in Florida, but common for tortoises in general, where they just develop that fungus underneath the shell. And it's basically just from the moisture, like Dixie said, from the summer. It's very rainy here, and they kind of never fully dry off on the ground. The ground stays pretty saturated here throughout the summer. The shell never really fully dries off, and it develops, some would call it a fungus, others use the word scud. It's just basically where the shell kind of starts getting soft and flaking on the bottom. It doesn't harm them, they don't feel any pain, but it's good to just pull them from the enclosure and do what Dixie is doing now, and just putting them in some warm water, scrubbing the shell, and you'll see what we'll be doing in a minute after. But basically we're doing this just to clean all the dirt. You can see there's a little bit of poop on the bottom of the shell, which it happens a lot with tortoises, and they eat and poop a lot.
Just like babies.
Yep, exactly. We know that very well. So yeah, so you just give it a light scrub. You know, you don't want to get the bristles of the brush in their eye or anything like that, but you know, don't really need to focus on the legs, just kind of scrub the shell off, and then from there just dry it, because we're going to be applying some cream, and if there's water in there, you don't want that. So you can see a lot of the dirt. Doesn't have to be perfect. If there's a little bit of dirt, no big deal, but it helps a lot just to soak it for a minute, scrub it, get that dirt off. And
today we're using just triple antibiotic, but we can also use Lotrimin, which is the athlete's foot, because again, some people describe it as a fungus. So just putting a little bit here, and I'm trying to keep her upright because I know it's a little uncomfortable.
yeah, and keeping them, a good tip for this is you don't want to put the Neosporin on and then put the tortoise immediately back in the enclosure, because it just came out of the damp ground on the enclosure. So if it goes right back there, chances are the Neosporin is going to rub off within 24 hours. So what we'll do is for the next 24 to 48 hours, we're going to keep Nubs and basically just kind of like a dry setup, not too dry, but keep it to where it's not sitting on very damp substrate, and just get it in that container for the next 24 to 48 hours. And that Neosporin will take care of a lot of that. If after 24 to 48 hours you still see it, You can always re-clean it again and put more on, or you could wait a few days and do it again, but it's really going to help a lot. And like Dixie said, if you don't have Neosporin, the Athlete's Foot cream works extremely well too. And yeah, so if you have this happen, you don't need to rush to the vet. I get a lot of people who contact me saying, hey, my tortoise has this white fungus underneath the shell. What can I do? I don't have money to pay for a vet bill right now. You know, vets aren't, you know, always expensive, but they're not always cheap. And if you bring it in, you could spend $100 to $200. And with everything going on with, you know, COVID-19 and people are furloughed from their jobs, you might, you know, not have that money right now. So it's just a quick little tip to show people, you know, something inexpensive you can do to treat that fungus. And hey, if your tortoise has never had it, great. You know, we have over 100 tortoises here, so the chances of us, you know, one of my tortoises getting it is a lot higher. Yeah, as you can see, the tortoise is very infatuated with my wife. I think everyone can see why.
Oh. Well, that's it.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys watching, and you know, we're gonna be trying to post more videos here and there and talk about different topics. If you have any questions or anything like that, or just comments, you know, leave one down in the comments section. Please subscribe to my channel. I know some people like to come on and just watch, but it helps me if you, you know, having more subscribers. So if you don't mind, please subscribe. If you're curious to see what tortoises I have for sale right now, you can visit my website at southernreptiles.net. You can also visit my Facebook at facebook.com/southernreptiles and instagram.com/thesouthernreptiles. And I'm going to be making more videos in the future about different things. And thanks again to my lovely wife, Dixie, for helping me today. And I will be signing out. Hope everybody had a great Labor Day and have a good night.